Hello everybody, welcome back. I have yet another journal to share with you that I have just finished, and this is one of my idea books. I got this idea from Corey Dahlman. She has a fabulous channel with lots of tutorials on there. But it's an idea book of ideas of things to do in your junk journals. So I started with this little snap closure. This is a little fabric snap tape, which is a little bit stronger than I really want it to be, but I mean, it's working fine. And then I had these loose little petals that probably were from a wedding sometime or something I picked up at a thrift shop, and I made a flower out of it. And so I just attached this lace right here with a little bit of glue so that I could just, put that together, but then you can just do this to open it. So I've used some vintage linens here. This is some silk ribbon embroidery that I did myself. And I just cut this piece out, and then these are hand-dyed laces and vintage laces and all that good stuff. All right, so, oh, and my butterfly. I put a butterfly here on the front, and I just put the glue, just a little bit of glue under there, and I bunched his wings up just a little, so he has a little bit of dimension to him. All right, so you can see I've got lace, 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 lace. This is a little window thing that I had in my stash. So we're going to open the window and I'll show you what I've put behind it. This cute little girl off of a vintage pattern piece. I've got some ruffles that I made. And listen, when you're doing your ruffles, don't worry, don't make them perfect. You want them to be, see how I got real narrow here, and some of the ruffles are big, and some of them are, you don't want it to be real matchy-matchy, because this is just a vintage looking journal for fun. I've got a bunch of these little dangly things that I've made, and I just took some poetry pieces, little incomplete sentences, and I just mounted them on a cardstock and inked it and added some buttons and beads and stuff and put it on a bulb pin. All right, so see, this is an idea. This is an idea to do a door. Okay, so there's one idea. Ruffles are an idea. These little danglies are an idea. Now this is another idea on this page. All right, so this page has 1, 2, 3 pockets in it. All right, so here's one pocket back here. Here's a pocket here. This tag holds that pocket closed, but then there's 3 pockets inside once you open it. All right, so instead of just leaving that flap, I put a tag in here, and that holds that one closed. This one holds this one closed, and you can see there's a pocket right in there. And then this one just kind of tucks under, and it also has a pocket. All right, and this is one of my handmade buttons, which is just a piece of cardstock that I put some of that ultra thick embossing enamel, UTEE they call it, heat embossing enamel, and used my heat tool to make it shiny. All right, so there's that idea. Over here, I've got a fabric pocket idea. So I've got a layer of fabric and then a layer of tulle over that fabric to make it shiny. I use lace to cover my raw edges. So that's an idea. I left it as a side pocket, and inside the pocket, I put one of my little shaker girls. And she's kind of thick, the thickness of it. So that's why I chose a fabric pocket to put her. This idea is a bag. This is a like a glassine. It's not really glassine though. It's more like wax paper or something like that. Just a little bag that I made, and I stitched it onto the page before I put the book together. So I've got a little cluster down here. Inside the bag, I've got a little envelope that I made, a long, tall envelope, and it has a long, tall tag in it. All right, so that goes back there, and you can still kind of see through it. I like that idea. This is one of those little round buttons that I make that I emboss, so it's got a texture. This page, I got this idea from Gail Agostinelli, where the 2 edges here are folded under here. They're folded in, and then you stitch there, And then you can choose to stitch here or not, or you could glue if you want to glue. I went ahead and stitched here so that I could put a tag here and it wouldn't go any further, and I could put something here and it wouldn't go any further. Otherwise it might fall all the way down. And then I just put a little cluster. Love this concept though of this page. You could even cover this part with another piece of cardstock if you wanted to make something pretty. This is washi. This is one of my little circle pockets. So you've got the lady and the dog, and you just turn it around. This side, it's got a little girl and a dog. So that goes like that, and that's left open to create a pocket back there too. This is just a little cluster paper clip on the edge of that page. This page, this pocket right here, is a piece of cardstock which I put fibers, pinks and blues and teal fibers, all just laid them down all over it, and then I put a sheet of dryer sheet, or you could use tulle or anything, and then I stitched on top of it to anchor it all down. And then I just cut out a piece when I want to use a piece of it. So I made a corner pocket out of that one. This one is a little magnetic booklet, and I got a little corner tuck in there, but there's a magnet here and here, so click, that goes right there. Music paper. This, oh my gosh, I love, love, love this page, and this again was not my idea. This might have been Corey's. I don't know exactly. I don't remember. But it is stacked pockets. Okay, so we'll start at the bottom and go up. I got a little corner pocket here and two little small items in there. The next one up has this tag. I'm going to pull these out so you can see it the way it looks without anything in it. That's in the next one. I've got this little lady here. She is another idea. This is a Tim Holtz found relative, and I added book page wings to her, and then I took a pink gel pen and I just added a little bit of color here and there on her. Then in this pocket is this tag. This pocket, I have this tag. And the very top is another one of those little vellum bags. More of a tracing paper. That's what I was trying to say a while ago. And so there's that tag. So that's what, isn't it cute? It's just cute, empty. It's so cute. So anyway, you've got a pocket back there. That's one. You got a pocket right here. That's two. Here's a pocket. There's a pocket everywhere, a pocket. That one goes there. This little lady, let's see, lady, where did I have you? Right there. And then this one goes here. And then this one goes here. And that's so cute. Love that idea. That's so much fun. You can hold so much stuff in there. Okay, this page is cardstock that I coffee dyed with a doily, a paper doily on it. Over here, I've got just a little bit of lace, and a raised word says love. There's one of my stacked butterflies. This one's got 4 layers. It's got book page and tulle and paper. Oh, it's got 5 layers. And muslin and book paper. So that one's got 5 layers to it. And I just put some of my crystals in the middle and some antennas. But I left a window here in this page, and I stitched around it, which was a lot of fun. I enjoyed that. You could see the lady through there, and that's what it looks like on the back. This tag, I just did 2 corners, glued 2 corners down to make a pocket. So there's the lady. This is just a scrap pad, so it's got all these different papers and stuff that can be torn off if you want to and used in this journal. And then I just put a piece over and stitched the top, and then I glued it down to this page. All right, so there's another one of my little dangly ideas. This says one fallen flower. One of my little buttons, and then a vintage button. And on this page, I have this little envelope that I made, and inside it has a vintage vellum lady. A vellum lady. Printed that on vellum. And I left the side open. You could leave the top open, but I chose the side, stuck a little tag in there. This is an old funny paper newspaper. I wished I knew the year. You know, I don't think they even do those anymore. But I made an envelope out of it, and it has this little piece of ephemera in there. And then I put a little cluster here. It says choose happy, some little images. Okay, over here, this is a cardstock old car, and I made a paper clip out of it. So I just put some frou-frou, because this is going to be a woman's card, because it's a woman's book. So I had to put a little lace on there. And then this is just a little piece of ephemera, and I just folded it over. So that's a page fold over. And an altered paper clip holds it in place, just like that. Okay, now this page, this envelope is made out of some cardstock, some craft color cardstock, and I glued it down, but I left it open in the top. Again, you could leave it open here if you wanted to, but this time I went this way with it. Made it, and I just stitched it. You can glue it if you don't sew or don't have a sewing machine. You can glue that down. It's got a doily on the back, which wraps around, and then this just tucks under. I put like a little button. I just punched a little 1-inch circle and put some lace on it. Okay, this page has a fold over pocket, so it's been stitched down. This goes under here. Here's a little cluster that I made out of some little miniature playing cards and another little dangle. This is one of those, I made a whole series of these little dangles that were supposed to represent perfume bottles. This one kind of reminds me of a genie bottle. So that's how that one goes. All right, here I just used a piece of ephemera and a little piece here to make a pocket, and I stitched it in. So I didn't even have to glue that one in. It's got a tag behind it. But all that stitching has to be done beforehand. I've got a little piece of fabric up here for a tab. There's an idea. Here is a fabric pocket. Okay, so it's just glued on two sides. Add a little lace. Put a little something pretty in it. Come on out. What did I put in there? There we go. I don't know why that wanted to stick. So it's got some little gypsy ladies in there, little boho ladies, and that goes right there. Now, here's another fabric pocket. This is some sparkle tulle, but on this half of the pocket, I just used a piece of muslin, stitched them together, added the lace, stitched all that down, and then you can see behind it, I've got one of the little Tiffany cards, little business card thingy jiggy right there. Here is a paper clay little button, a typewriter letter that I put. All right, added some more fabric here, and again, don't make it perfect. This is a ruffle. I put this in under my sewing machine, and I just kind of start scrunching. I just scrunch and let it go whichever way it wants to go, and just make little ruffles. So I use that piece of ephemera here to be a pocket. Here is a overlap. Now see how this is a bingo card is folded in half, but I left it overlapping the edge a little, and when I stitched it down, I went ahead and put a little bit of this rust-dyed linen in here. So I made a little pocket there, and it made a little pocket there. So washi tape, sticker, stamp, whatever. Oh gosh, love this. This is a page over flip. All right, so we're going to take it off, and I've got this, it's a paper clip that's shaped like an arrow on there, on the front. Okay, so what we have here is this. I thought that came out, but it doesn't. Okay, this was kind of like a one of those buttons. You can see the shine of it. It's got, you know, cardstock button with that embossing enamel on it. I put a little bit of this gauze behind it. This is a pocket right here. I thought I had something in that pocket. See, that's a pocket. But I must have taken it out. I don't know. But that's what it looks like on the front. On the back side, I've just got a cluster here, but this cluster has these hidden pockets. You probably didn't even know they were not glued down. See, isn't that cute? And then I've got a little brad, a little flower brad there. So this, and you can open it up and journal, especially if you had one of those white gel pens or something like that, would be pretty on that. So you can take that paper clip off if you need to. All right, some more coffee dyed pages. Here's another one of my little dingly danglies. It says, the sea surf edge mingling with. Love this fabric. It's one of my favorite fabrics right here. This is a little paper clip cluster that I made. See, there's the clip on the back of it. It started with a little miniature playing card, and I just layered it with what's on your desk, anything you want to. This is a fold over pocket. Again, I've stitched in some ephemera here and put a little thing there, a little cluster here, another little ruffle there. This is a, I don't know what I need a name for this. Leave me a comment below so I can figure out what I want to call these. It is a pocket, but it's 2 layers, and sometimes there'll be 3 or 4 or 5 layers, as many as you want, and they're held together with a brad. So it's a hidden journaling spot inside this scalloped oval with a little pull tab. And that's a lot to say, so I need a good name for that. This page, I put down some punched die cuts, and I inked around the edge, and then I took the die cuts off just to leave frames. So I had a little picture of Abe here, but this is actually a real picture of my family. It's a copy. It's not the actual picture. That's me right there when I was about, I don't know, 13? I might have been 13. This is my grandmother and my grandpa. That's my older brother, and that's my younger brother. And down here is the same grandmother when they were very, very young. And that's my granddaddy who died when I was 2, so I don't remember him at all. But I found those in my stash, and I thought, I'm going to use them. This is my journal. I'm going to use it in my book. Okay, here's an idea that I had. I made these tags with the tag punch that goes that way. You know, it's like a lanyard tag punch kind of thing. And I decided to make 3 and stack them. So I left them open on the sides. So that one has a pocket, this one has a pocket, and this one has a pocket. And then on the front one, I added a fold-up pocket on it, so it has yet another pocket. So there's another stacked pocket idea. There's just a little vintage sticker, and you can see some more of those frames I did. I'll put something in there later. This is one of those page, a lot of people are doing this one or have done this one, so I don't know who to credit with it, but it certainly wasn't my idea. I just like it. I think it's so cute. So it's made out of a book page. It's got a pocket behind. It has a pocket back in the back, another pocket in the front, and then I just added lace and a button. So it's a book page that's folded down. There may be an official name for it, but I do not know. And that is the back page, and there's some more of those beautiful linens. So then when I get through looking at my book or adding to my book or writing in my book, I'll snap that little thing back down, and there it is. That is so cute. And it's a tall, skinny, tall book. But I was very happy with it. I was very happy with the way it came out. So this is one of my many idea books. I think I've got about 3 now, and I'm fixing to do another because I have some more ideas that I just can't get them all in one book. Anyway, guys, thanks for watching. Have a wonderful and blessed day. Bye-bye.